It's not just a matter of like ethics and values either. It is a matter of, your greatest sustainable growth and success is tied to your ability to be biocentric. And so a couple examples I can think through. One is actually when I was working with a large global publicly traded company. We launched a software solution, and part of it was launched with a few. Here I'm going to talk about how they positioned it and what they launched with. They highlighted a few key software features that they decided to double down on and expand based off of what they thought they could make the most amount of margin out of in that product, being the way that the model worked for their pricing model, being able to get customers to buy up into. Lo and behold, we started to do some go-to-market effort around it. And part of what I like to do when I'm running that is also get the customer or prospect feedback in real time. Is we did an initial kind of teaser launch and got some feedback on key features, functionalities, and things like that would be most beneficial to them. And during that initial rollout, we got statistically what they picked as like the path we want to lead down for product features and functionality to get the greatest potential profit growth out of was not at all what was in demand. There were actually two other key features that were in demand for them that they would actually buy into faster for the product. So there was actually not only a misguided assumption into how they expanded the product and then how we were positioning it in market based on this kind of what we think could gain us the most, but we were actually just missing entirely on where we would get the conversion, which is people wanted A and B, but we were focusing in on C. And so it was one of those that as we started to go through that beta not the beta, but the official like pre-launch teaser, we got this data into the rest of the product team. We got it into the rest of leadership, and we shifted some of the actual product focus. And so we had a really successful launch as we started to go into full scale launch within past the existing customer base for getting the test and feedback and actually out into market, and a lot higher traction, better conversions across anyone that was net new and key account expansion. That was a good example of at least like kind of righting our wrong in the process